Hey guys, Jay here, welcome to another convention review. Today I'm talking about Summercon 2022. If you'd like to see all the stuff I got autographed, as well as all the merch that I bought, you can go to the video up there in the card, or down in the description. Alright, so Summercon 2022. It takes place in the Puyallup Fairgrounds in Puyallup, Washington. It's where the spring fair happens. It's at the actual fairgrounds where it's reserved for them. So, and it's literally just made for them, and they do other stuff there too sometimes. But Summercon takes place in two of the buildings, and then you can just walk around wherever you want outside. There's some stands outside, there's some stuff happening outside, but and some of the panels are outside. But there's two buildings. In the vlog from last year, from Summercon again, I filmed the Mattress Firm Showplex logo thing as I was going inside. It takes place in that building, which is where all of the vendors and stuff are, as well as some of the guests are in there, and a few other things. All the food's in there, all that kind of stuff. And then behind it and to the right is another building called the Pavilion, and they have like the bigger celebrities in there. So they had all the like Star Wars in there. They had Jason David Frank in there, William Shatner in there, a couple other people in there whose lines were like hours long, which we weren't gonna do. And then all the voice actors were in the Showplex building, the main building, and they were just in the back corner. And that was like the anime voice actors, the cartoon voice actors, video game voice actors, stuff like that. So all of that was down there. But other than that, there isn't really much other space you can go other than just hanging out outside, which is fine because there's a lot of people outside. So I got to see a lot of people and film a lot of people, so that works. So let's talk about the good and the bad. I'll start with the bad because there's only really a couple of things that were bad. One of them is super bad, but the others are just like, we just couldn't do it, it's fine, we'll move on. And then I'll get into the good, which is basically everything else. So the main bad thing, I'll just talk about this right now. So I have this here. I might as well show this right now. So you probably can't see that very well, I don't know. This is a Ninja Turtles comic. It's a really old one from the 80s. And Kevin Eastman, who's one of the creators of these two people on here, created the Ninja Turtles. And Kevin Eastman, he was there. They had pre-sale tickets where you had to buy them ahead of time, and you would get this ticket, which you don't need to see close up. But anyway, and it's an Eastman signature voucher, and yeah, almost nobody that had these got an autograph. It was only $20, so it's not a huge loss. And apparently you could have got refunds. I didn't know that, but we just said screw it and went off and did something else. So he's just gonna keep this little ticket thing. But yeah, almost everyone who bought the $20 tickets didn't get their thing. They didn't get their signatures. Everyone was saying, don't blame the artist, blame the con. Everyone else is saying blame him. Everyone's saying blame both of them. People are saying blame nobody. I'm blaming both of them because both of them did the wrong thing here. So they oversold these tickets. The VIP basically got all of theirs, and then like maybe a few people from the regular line, and then the thing was over. But apparently they oversold the tickets, and like they sold way too many of them, and the time constraint made it impossible to do it. And so that's the convention's fault for overselling. But apparently Kevin Eastman himself was like, he wouldn't stop talking to people and just having them hang out there for a couple of minutes, and he would like chat with them a whole bunch, which takes time. So if he's chatting with someone for like 2 minutes instead of 1 minute, that's double the time. So if he did 1 minute with everybody, but then decided, hey, I'm gonna take 2 minutes with everybody, that doubles how long it's going to take to get to everybody. So like the end of the line would take twice as long at that point. So that's his fault for doing that, because he wasn't telling people that they needed to leave, or he wasn't cutting the conversation off. Also, I guess if there was attendees who were continuing to talk and he just let them talk, that's their fault too, because the attendees should be like thinking about how long they're taking to talk and shut the hell up and leave. But I don't know, I wasn't there to know what happened. I was just reading on Facebook what people were saying, so I'm just going off of that. And the convention actually replied and acknowledged that all of this happened. So it's all true, but I haven't seen it personally because I never got to the line. Like I never got past like standing in the line for 20 minutes and then saying screw this and leaving. Apparently he had a 10 item limit where you can get 10 of these, where you can pay for 10 autographs. First off, that's a lot. Anime voice actors, when you get one free thing at an anime convention, it's one free thing. You have to pay for the rest. and they're like, okay, if you want to buy like 6 things, we're not letting you buy 6 things. You can buy like 1 or 2 extra autographs, but we need to get the line moving. He did not care. He said 10 autographs. 10. That's a lot. So if it takes him like 10 seconds to write a thing, that's 100, that's almost a minute and a half just to sign things alone. Not even the talking part. Apparently people were bringing up way more, like 20, 30 items, and he was signing them anyway, not even caring about the limit. And apparently a bunch of them, people were seeing that people were posting them and trying to sell them after they got them signed. So they were just going there to pay for getting a whole bunch of stuff signed and then putting them up for sale. And there was a bunch of people who apparently got them signed who were at booths, like at vendor booths, and they were getting their stuff signed and then going and putting it up at the booth to go for sale. So, that's just, why are you doing that? But it's whatever. People do what they want to do. Sucky people suck. It happens. But because of that, this $50 Turtles comic and this $20 voucher thing, we had to pay for because the comic I got at a comic store over here by my house. So I didn't have to like do that at the convention, but it was $50 at the comic store. So I can imagine they're going to be a lot more at the convention. So we're lucky we only paid that much. But other than that, it really wasn't too bad. I don't know. Was there anything else that was bad now that I think about it? Oh, I guess stuff out of our control, stuff out of the conventions and the people's control. So Jason David Frank was there, the Green Ranger from the original Power Rangers. So he was there, and he was there Saturday only, but he stayed for everybody. So it didn't matter how long the line was, you were going to get to him eventually. Even if it took you all day. You could be in line all day. Well, not all day, but I talked to multiple people who got his autograph, and they said they waited 3.5 to 4.5 hours. That was like the range was 3.5 to 4.5 hours. So that wasn't going to happen either. And then all of the ones that were up in the top area of the pavilion, where all the real celebrities were, like the big celebrities, I mean, like the Star Wars and stuff, apparently their lines were like super long, so it was like a nightmare to get, to do anything else in the convention and do that. So, but there's nothing you can do about that. That's just how having a super huge celebrity works. So it's whatever. The voice actor ones, super quick. There was almost no less than like maybe a 20-30 minute wait. That's it. And that was the longest one was Erica Harlacher for the very last time that we saw her. We saw her and Brianna Knickerbocker 4 times throughout that weekend. So the last time that we saw Erica, she was not there yet. She was like taking a lunch and coming back or something. They said, oh, she'll be back at this time. I think it was 2 p.m. or something like that, or 3 p.m. when we were in that line. But we were there like way ahead of time, so we asked, hey, when is she going to be back? And so we had to wait for her to come back. And then the people in line in front of us. So both those times combined was like a half hour or so. But literally all of the other voice actor guests, except for Jen Taylor, were literally within minutes. Like within like under 10 minutes. So that was awesome. But Jen Taylor's, she's one of the Princess Peach ones, but she's also Cortana in Halo. So we all know how popular Halo is. And what's his name? Steve Downs, I think? Something like that. Who plays Master Chief, was right next to her. And so his line was like hours long too. His line snaked around. So I wasn't about to do that. I don't even like Halo, but my stepdad does. I was going to get it for him. Didn't happen. But when I met Jen Taylor, I was in her line for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Because there was VIP in front of us and then the rest of us. So it's whatever. But other than that, all the rest were fine. There wasn't really anything actually bad that happened. Like, the Kevin Eastman was the worst one. And then obviously what I talked about, like with Jason David Frank and the others that are too long. And that's just, we're not going to wait in those lines. So that's whatever. But yeah, everything else was totally fine. Talking to everyone, one of the good things I guess that happened, it wasn't just me. She did this to everybody. So when I met Samantha Kelly, who is another Peach voice actor, she's the most recent Peach voice actor, because it goes someone else, then I think it goes 2 other people, or 1 or 2, then Jen Taylor, and then Samantha Kelly. So Jen and Samantha were both there. So on Friday, it was a short day. It was 3. I don't know why. Okay, I guess that's another bad thing. For some reason, Friday's only 3.5 hours long, and that's every year, and they think that's normal. Like when I asked about that, they acted like that was like a normal thing, like it wasn't weird or something, it's really weird, because conventions usually open like 10 in the morning or earlier. So I don't even know why they did that, but I guess it's whatever. But so we got 3 on. I did 2 on the vlog where I talked about it, and I showed Brianna and Erica, like I vlogged with them. And then after Brianna, in between both of them actually, I went and got Samantha Kelly, but she wasn't doing voice stuff, or recordings, so I didn't have anything. But I was Rimuru, and Hardy was Soe, which you might notice back there. That's mine now. I traded for it. So now I'm doing that, and he's going to be doing Rimuru. He bought my Rimuru a while ago, and I was borrowing it. I made a new sword, so I gave him that and a couple other things in trade for that. So that's what happened there. That's why that's up there. I just had to make sure it was all put together and I had everything. So when we were cosplaying from that time I got reincarnated as the slime, Samantha Kelly wanted a picture while he was just coming back from Todd Habercorn's line. And she was like, hey, can I get your guys' picture while you guys are still here? And so we did. She had us write down Instagrams, so because she was going to tag it. She put it in a reel along with a bunch of others and tagged them all. And then she followed everybody that she tagged. So she followed me and Hardy, which is kind of cool. Now I have a celebrity following me. It's the only one, but yeah, it's cool. But the rest of the stuff is like Jim Cummings was giving out stuff, which is actually pretty funny. People who might have seen my older videos, like my Komoricon vlog is from like 2015 or something like that. I have a friend named Caesar, big afro dude. He cosplays as like Garter Belt from Panty and Stocking, or Static Shock, a couple other things. But things where he can use his afro and it's funny. He also is, he has my old organization jacket from when I used to do Marluxia and I didn't do Zemnis, but I did a wig for him and then borrowed it for a convention. But yeah, so he has my old organization coat that was commissioned, and he does Zemnis sometimes. But he was working at Jim Cummings' line, so it was like Jim Cummings and I think his wife was there. And then so she would take the money, and then Caesar would take our thing and hand it to him to sign it. So that was kind of cool. And then he was handing out little Pooh Bear keychains, which is in my room. I'll talk about that in the other video. But a little Pooh Bear keychain, he handed it to me. They were handing it to everybody. So I just thought that was kind of cool that Jim Cummings was handing things out. And then I also gave some stuff to some of the voice actors. So I was only able to do 3 of them. I was hoping to find something goofy or even something like Sylvester or another character that Bill Farmer does when I met him, but I couldn't find anything at all. So like I wasn't able to give him anything. But for Jim Cummings, I gave him a little Pooh Bear shoe charm for Crocs, a stand I work at in the mall. So I work in the mall in a store, and then right outside there's some stands that sells other toys, like it's another guy. I work for both of them. So at the stand, there's a bunch of shoe charms for the Crocs, and we had a Winnie the Pooh one, so he let me have that, and I gave that to Jim Cummings, and so we traded Pooh Bear for Pooh Bear. It was kind of funny. And he set it up in front of his little thing. Someone else in front of me gave him something too. But then Hardy and I both gave Erica and Brianna little keychains. So I had found 2 Genshin keychains. I found a Hu Tao, which is Brianna, and Venti, which is Erica, and gave that to both of them. And then I don't remember exactly what Hardy found. I believe it was Rem for Brianna, and then yeah, a Shinobu one for Erica. So Rem from ReZero and Shinobu from Demon Slayer. So that was fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun this weekend. I got to cosplay, you'll see in the vlogs, I got to cosplay Rimuru for like an hour before I got tired of it and said screw it, took off the wig and the scarf. So the wig, whenever I bent down, it would go like that right in front of my face. Couldn't see what I was doing. So I was trying to do my camera stuff and I couldn't get into my bag. So, and even then, when I would go to put a print in my bag or something, or go to take out and put back whatever it is I'm getting signed, it would just get in my face and I couldn't see what I was doing. And the sword kept moving around and getting banged around. I was like, nah, I'm done. I give up. So I'm not doing that anymore. That's why I'm going to be doing Soe from now on. Later that night is when he traded me. So, and that was Friday night. And then Saturday, I was going to do red for Pokemon because that's my normal vlog one. You'll see in many of my other vlogs, Sunday usually, or at night, is usually when I do red because it's super easy to vlog in. I don't have to carry anything else. It's just like wearing normal clothes. So I was going to do that, but then I decided I'm able to cosplay as Sora. Why don't I just do, while I'm vlogging, why don't I just do that? Plus, I was originally going to be Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora when the first time I saw Erica back in 2018 at Summercon, and that didn't happen. So now she got to see me as Sora Kingdom Hearts 3 for this con. So that was kind of cool. Then we went to see both of them twice that day, and then Sunday we got to see them again. And then yeah, Sunday I did red. So that was fun. I was able to vlog, and I was able to get way more video on Sunday than it was any other day because, again, it's just like as if I was wearing regular clothes, which for the most part it is. It's just a black shirt, jeans, and then I have to wear the red jacket and the red hat. That's it. That's the costume. I don't have a wig or anything. The hat doesn't fit over a wig. I've tried. So that's why my hair is always cut. So I'm able to cut my hair to look like Red's. So that's why my hair is always the same way now. Instead of being longer like it was a couple years back, now it's always going to be cut like this or a little bit shorter than this. And sometimes I'll dye it if I really care to be red. But yeah, so I was able to get a ton of video, so that works. I don't think there's anything else. There was a lot of Genshin this year. That was kind of cool. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else. The rest of the convention was totally fine. Awesome cosplayers. Hardy got to go play Smash Bros for a couple rounds. There was a bunch of stuff to do, so I didn't go to any panels that neither of us did. We didn't really care. We got to meet all the voice actors. I also got to meet Todd Haberkorn and J. Michael Tatum, who I didn't think I was going to be able to see this year because I didn't think I had enough money, but I ended up having some. So that was pretty fun. Yeah, but you'll see all of that stuff it's all right here, but you'll see it all in the next video. They're coming out at the same time, but the merch video, you'll be able to see it there. Anyway, that's it for my review. I liked the convention this year, so if that sounds like something you like, go ahead and go if you can make it. It's pretty fun. It's more of a Comic-Con. It's not what I'm used to, but it's whatever. There's a lot to do, and since it's in the summer, outside is usually fine. It did pour on Friday, but it was only 3.5 hours, and we weren't there, very long, so it didn't matter. We were inside, so it didn't matter. Not a lot of people were outside because of the rain. So yeah, I guess that's it for the review. So anyway, if you like this, go ahead and give that a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later.